Welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a tank tour on my Red Sea Reefer 525. This is an acro dominated reef tank. The last tank tour I did was 6 months ago, and that was actually on my old tank. If you've been watching my videos, I had to swap out my tank because the seals were going. This is the Gen 2 version. There's some slight differences on this tank, but like I said, I haven't done a tank tour in 6 months, so I'm just going to run you through what's going on. This is a very basic and simple setup. I've tried to keep it as simple as I can. Be quite surprised how little equipment that I'm running on this aquarium. Okay, the first thing that we're going to talk about then is the lights. I'm running 3 Ecotech Gen 3 Pros. I've taken the diffuser mounts off. I think they look a lot cleaner like this. I'm running 55% on AB plus for about 4 or 5 hours, and then it ramps down during the day down to a 20k, so it's very blue towards the end. A quick look at some of the fish and corals, and then we dive down into the sump. You can see the copper band butterfly fish here doing really well. It's nearly 5 years old now, feeds really well, and the purple tang behind. So I've got 2 big fish and then lots of little fish, some green chromuses and the amphias. So I don't have a big bio load, if you like. Okay, let's dive down into the sump. It's very basic, as you can see. I have a filter roller. I have a skimmer. I do rate the filter roller. I think it's really good at keeping the sump clean. And it does take a lot of stuff out of the water before it gets down into the skimmer. The skimmer's doing a good job. And then I've got a load of bile balls. These are marine pure bile balls, and they're doing a good job of reducing the nitrates. Then it goes over the weir, and at the back there I've got a UV sterilizer. It's a D&D 20 watt one. And right at the back I have some live rock. It's just some live rock rubble. I've had that for a while, and that also is helping to reduce my nitrates. And in the last chamber I've got some marine pure balls. I've got a small bag of carbon, and you can see my dosing lines going in. That's just 2-part dosing solution. And I've got a heater in there and another return pump. And that's it. That's all my equipment running this 500 litre Acropora dominated tank. No calcium reactor, no controllers, no auto testers. I'm not running calc anymore, and it seems to be doing really well. And the aquarium is balanced now with the fish that I've got here, and the filtration, it seems to be working really well, and the corals also taking up nutrients. All my main parameters are stable now, which is really good. And my phosphate is sitting at 0.12, and my nitrates are about 15, which is exactly where I want them. And at the moment, they're staying stable. We kind of forget this is a closed system and it's an ecosystem. And I think I've got the balance with the fish, the corals, and the filtration pretty good at the moment. All I'm doing water change wise is 5%. So it's a 20 litre bucket. That's it. And I add the salt. It takes me 2 minutes, and then I let it stand for an hour. And then I siphon out all the sort of detritus on the bottom of the tank and do a really quick, easy water change. And that's it. I've also noticed that I'm not cleaning the glass as much as I was. I was cleaning the glass pretty much every 2 days, and it was thick and horrible. Now, since my nutrients have come down, it's it's probably about 5 days before I need to clean it, and it's nowhere near as bad as it was. You can see here my equipment. I don't run a lot at all. I've got the Ecotech doser there, and then I've got 2 MP40 controllers and a return pump, the skimmer and another return pump. And that's it. The 2-part dosing I'm using is Reef's Elements, and that's all your major and trace elements in 2 solutions, which is dosed to the tank. I'm also using the doser as an auto top off So I don't have another plug, I don't have another auto top off there. Okay, this system is only 3 months old, as in the tank is only 3 months old, but the corals I've had probably nearly 5 years, some of these corals now, and fish, especially the larger colonies. And I've fragged them multiple times, and I'm just trying to slow those corals down so the other corals, the nicer higher end corals, can speed up so it doesn't look like I've got frags and large colonies. That's a picture of my green mandarin. He just hovers around the tank, just nipping at the live rock all day long. This is later in evening now, so the blue lights are on, and I've got my orange glasses out just to do some filming, so you can see the true colours of the corals. This is my frag rack. Some strawberry shortcakes, golden jaw dropper, a rainbow loom at the end. This is my large rainbow loom, and look at the polyps on that. That's just how it is most of the day. This is the PC rainbow. The yellow one next to it is a Pikachu. You see how I place my corals? I tried to put the colours on the opposite side next to each other, so the corals even stand out even more so. And against the black, they stand out really well. So we've got a green frog skin there against a black background. It's absolutely amazing, next to a yellow coral, and it looks really good. So this is the jaw dropper, which stands out against the strawberry shortcake. You've got the yellow and then the greens. It's the opposite side of the color circle. And that's another little trick just to make your corals stand out even more. Half of these frags are already taken, and the other half are going to go back onto the reef. So I'm going to put them on their own rocks and put them at different ends of the tank. This is a good example of what I was talking about with the color circle. All 5 of these corals are at different ends of the circle, which make them stand out against the black as well. This will look awesome in 3 or 4 months when all these corals are grown out. Yeah, this is still my favorite part of the reef. I kind of digressed with the corals, but going back to the tank tour, I try and keep everything as basic as I can. Where I spend the money is the lights. You need good lights, good flow, and a good skimmer. And just try and keep the water as stable as you can. And then try and balance your fish load and your coral load and your filtration to get it right so your nutrients stay roughly where you want them. Kind of forgot in the hobby that we need to balance it, and we need to get the fish load right with the corals and the filtration, as it's an ecosystem. And if you get it balanced and you get that right, then it just makes keeping this sort of aquarium a lot more easier, as I'm only doing small water changes every week. And that's it for this reef tank tour of my Red Sea Reefer 525. If you've liked it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.